People, the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet, and my blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And I've reached the ackward stage, known to some as the awkward stage, but basically I find myself going, so it's the ackward stage for me. That's when, for those of you new to knitting baby blankets, this is going to be important for you. That's when your work gets to be about 12 to 15 inches long, and the weight of the work starts to pull on your stitches. Now, if you look at this side, all the stitches are primarily even. But when you look at this side, towards the top, there's a slight pulling on some of the stitches. That's because when you're working with it, and, okay, usually most people go like this when they knit, spread it out so they can see what they're doing. Well, when you reach the ackward stage, it's really important to push all the work as close together as possible, and then only move it, a little bit as you accommodate the stitches from the other side. Because what happens is the weight from the yarn starts pulling everything in one direction. So then while you're trying to knit the other direction, there's a pull in the front. And some of the stitches on the far side of the needle will become a little elongated. During the blocking process, you can even all that out. But while you're working with it, it's as irritating as anything can be. Another way to get past the ackward stage, or awkward stage, is to rest the work gently on your lap, and then slide the stitches gently, so that way when you're working with it, I don't know if you can see that, but all the weight is taken up by your lap, and it is not being directly pulled down while you're working with your needles. Because by the time this gets from 12 inches to 24 inches, and you still have to go to 36 or 38 or 40 inches, now the downward pull is making the stitches at the top go from a little elongated, when it's supposed to be like this, now they're really elongated. So that's my helpful hint for today. Rest your work, gather your work, and it shouldn't take more than 3 or 4 inches to work past the ackward stage, but when you first hit that awkward stage and you're a new knitter, you're going, what gives? I'm doing everything right. Why is my stitches starting to look like that? That's why. It's the weight. A lot of people also alleviate the problem by putting the work, like this is 167 stitches on baby weight yarn. It's even, a stronger pull when it's worsted weight yarn, a bulky weight. So to accommodate the extra stitches, a lot of people put it on circular needles, or circs, as section knitters like to call it, because that way you can move all the stitches completely around evenly, and instead of working in a circle, you just work back and forth the way you normally would, but the cable of the circular needle is taking up the extra yarn, so that way it's less cumbersome to work with. But seeing how I have two 14-inch needles, literally when I'm working, there's still gathers on this side, there's still gathers on this side, and the needles are filled up. You see that? And that's what's causing the weight to pull, so to accommodate, I just scoot it like this while I'm working, so that puts all the weight in the center. That way I can still continue to knit evenly, and I put it on my lap. That's just my process. I hope this has been helpful to you. This is People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And while I'm thinking about it, let me show you what I got thus far. Otherwise, someone's going to send me an inbox from, but we didn't get to see the blanket. There you go. And that's called the dragon skin pattern. Stay blessed now. Bye.